So, been a while. Also, my business has failed. They did some sort of update and we had to reset. I've run about two of these things now and we're kind of in the hole. But the good news is there's always new beginnings and it's a perfect time in the world to just drive a truck because I can't get out of the house anyway. So, this is just good. So, I figure we're just going to start over. It's okay. We had a good time the first time around before we bought the truck. We're just going to do some easy going today, and we'll see where we go. So, we can only do quick jobs because looky over here, we only have 23 grand. We had zero, and that's not great. But like I said, I've only done about two of these since the game reset. So I figured, we're going to do it again together. So take the seat to my passenger side and let's just do this. Got some good music on. Okay, so the way I usually do this is I usually just go for the big bucks. So that's what we're going to do. And looks like we're going to be hauling a harvester, I guess, which is farm equipment, to San Diego from Bakersfield. Bakersfield is a shithole. So let's get out of there. I would be happy to take this harvester to a better place. Okay, so I don't really remember how to play this super well, but here we go anyway. I know how to start it. Oh shit, Teslan. Now we got a passenger. That's your seat, buddy, right there. That's where Teslan's sitting. Oh, I'm so happy now. Oh, good. Teslan's here. Okay. So, where am I going? I guess I'm going out this way. I know. I need to get out of the house too. Teslan's is perfect. Fucking perfect. Okay. You and I, we're going to take some road trips today. Oh, I couldn't be happier I got someone to do this with. Okay. It's going to be alright, guys. Everything's going to be fine. Okay. Your lungs are compromised. Well, look, you stay home, we'll go on the road trip virtually, and we'll see just as good of a sight as we would normally. I have a really good feeling about that. Because there's nothing out there that's worth seeing anyway, right? I mean, whatever. Okay. So, here's the deal. I don't play by any kind of rules. Like, I'm not going to get any tickets in this game because I ain't about that. I'm going to do whatever. Oh, let's look at our haul here. Oh, yeah, it is. It's farm equipment. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that. Okay, whatever. Alright. Now, going to San Diego. Have you ever been to San Diego, Tesla? Well, we're going today. I have been to San Diego several times. It's a nice place. It's a very expensive place. Some of it's nice. It's not all nice. Like everywhere. It's some ups, some downs, some ins, some outs, some homeless, some opiates. It's like anywhere, really. Like that junkyard. There's good and bad about it. Ooh, City Skylines. I love that game. But I also get to... You know what I do in that game? It's really funny. So, I guess I'm a transportation planner for a job. And so, we do a lot of road analysis. We do a lot of, that kind of thing. Simulations for traffic and whatnot. And then I come home and then I get into City Skylines. And I say, okay, you know what I'm going to do first is, first off, much like this game, I don't like to play by a lot of rules and that kind of thing. So what I do, oh, tumbleweeds! What I like to do in that is I like to plan the roadway and the transit network to perfection. I get the highways going, I get all the on-ramps, the off-ramps, I make all of the transit stations line up in the perfect place. I really plan it out. And then you know what I do? I get ultra bored, and then I never make the city. I just make the highway system and the transit system. And if people were to live there, they would be like, well, this is the best fucking city that I've ever been in. It's so easy to get anywhere. There's no need for me to have a car, but even if there was a need for me to have a car, I could go anywhere. There's no traffic ever. You know? No merge lanes, no way to control the arrows. Yeah, you know what's kind of funny about that is that I'm already used to planning that way, because the program that we use at my job for the simulations and the network planning, you have to, from point A to point B, whichever way that you connect it, that's the way that the flow of traffic will go. So I'm already used to doing it that way. So for me, it's not so bad. I mean, it could be worse, but you know, it's fine. And not to say that I'm like good at doing it. It's just that I spend so much time doing it. Get out of the way! Up. Get out of the way, asshole, in your stupid SUV. Yeah, anyway, sorry about that. And the guy was in my way. So, Tesla, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but on YouTube there's a couple videos that show, basically they show different, like, highway configurations and different, like, I don't know what you call them, interchanges, I guess, different interchanges. You know, you have the double diamond stuff, you have the, you know, the spuies and all that stuff. But there's a guy who's went through and he's done all of these different real world interchanges, but then he's got some theoretical ones, and then he shows the vehicles per hour that go through it. And so it's a really cool way of looking at how these different real world interchanges could be micro simulated, as it were. And if you're into transportation planning, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. It's totally just fucking, you know. And I agree, Tesla. The merge lanes are a problem. The only way to really deal with it. Oh, hold on here. Then another highway that's proper merge lanes. Long open areas with good visibility, flat roads, speed limit, road is 10 miles slower than this. Yeah, okay. So that mirrors real life a lot of the time. I can't tell you how many times I've had to rerun simulations, and they take forever. They really do. They take like a whole day to run, and I have to rerun them because we didn't lane balance right, or we didn't get the speed limit right, and so all of the traffic will just stop, and then it'll go, and then we get a backup over here. It's just, there's no right answer to this. And you know why there's no right answer to this? Because you could plan a perfect road. You could plan it perfect in the real world, and guess what? Assholes still drive like assholes, and they fuck up everything because people are awful. That's all I got. I really don't have another. You could plan it perfect, and there would still be traffic everywhere. We could have 100 lanes, and there'd still be traffic. You know? But, yeah. I think, and you're right, like, you can plan a perfect city in that game, but where you live, when you go out, and if you've been doing it for a while, you go out into the real world, and you're just kind of like, hey, this guy needs to get out of my face, get out of the way. Passing zone is what that said. And this guy, yeah, that's right, get out of my way. Yeah, you go out in the real world and you're like, why even bother driving? Because Fred from down the street can't go above 35 miles an hour. So that's why I don't like to play by the rules in this game. That said 55 miles an hour. Guess what? I'm going 62, 3, 4, 5. Now we're cooking with gas, and I don't have to worry about it. You know also why I like doing it is because this gives me a speed bonus. Whenever I get the haul there faster, I get a bonus. So, you know. Ah, Tesla, it's so great to have you on with me. We're gonna haul the shit out of this thing. Now, Tesla, you've got a wall of text here, and I'm driving, and I've had this problem before, but we're gonna do the. I feel confident. Okay, they tried to hire a company to fix the shitty highway and not make it so shitty. The contract was secured, They left and didn't work on it for 2 years. Ooh, look at these. What the fuck? Okay, 2 years. We had a demolished highway driving on the setting stone underneath asphalt for 2 years before the lawsuit against the company forced them to actually come back and work on it. It's still not done. Oh, that was this turn right here would have been bad if I had been reading. Okay. Yeah, that's big time bullshit. That usually only happens in cities. Luckily for me, I got out of the city thoroughfare planning department and I'm back into the highway corridor studies, which the people that do the highways, there's no way that the federal government would come down on them hardcore if they fucked up a project like that. They would be bankrupted. So most of the time, the people that I work with are good about it. TxDOT is usually pretty solid too. For all the shit they get, I don't understand. You know, people, you and I couldn't do it. I can't build a highway. You know? What's going on here? Hey, this guy needs to back up. Back up, dick. Can't you see there's something wrong? What's going on here? Oh, we're stuck on a corner. Great. Come on. Come on. Come on. Slow but steady. Come on. There we go. Hey, fuck you. Sitting there honking at me. Dick. Okay. Anyway. I got the flags and everything. You'd think these assholes would cut me some slack. And $1 million fine a year. Jesus. God. Can you imagine having $1 million, Tessalon? Like, how cool would that be? I figure if I had $1 million, I could make $1 million more dollars, and if I had $2 million, I could make $10 million. And then if I had $10 million, I could probably make, I don't know, like $50 million, and then I would stop working and worrying about money altogether, and I would just like drink coffee and hang out. I'd go to like the hardware store, and people would be like, "So what do you do for a living?" Nothing. I made a lot of money. Now I'd sit back and drive a virtual truck. I come up here and look at screws and
this whole system is not set up to bring truth.
Oh, that's better. I ripped out all the stuff. That was crazy. I stepped on it. I'm gonna fix that. Anyway, I was talking about the hardware store. Yeah, I'd probably like get a pressure washer. I'd probably go around my neighborhood and just be like, "You guys need anything pressure washed?" I'm like, "No, we're good, man." "You sure? Because I got this really cool pressure washer I bought, and I already pressure washed my stuff." Like, "Well, we don't have any money." I'm like, "Don't worry about that. I don't need money. I'm just looking to pressure wash." Something really soothing about pressure washing, erasing, getting it pristine again. There's something about doing that. From my job, I can see Cowboys Stadium. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I don't watch football. I don't give a fuck. But I will say this: the top of that dome is dirty as shit. And I have thought to myself, I would pressure wash that whole thing for 15 grand. If they could just pay for the pressure washer, first off, they need to pay for that, and the gas, and my safety harness equipment and all that. They can guarantee all that. I would pressure wash that thing for 15 grand. It might take me a little bit, but I feel like I would get so much joy out of seeing a sparkly new dome, and quite frankly, everyone else, millions of people would see my work. Millions. You can see that fucking dome from miles. Texas is so flat. You can see it from everywhere. If you're 10 feet up off you can probably see it from your house roof. Like that. I'm not even kidding. Let's see here. I feel like Teslon, can you hear my game anymore? Can you hear me anymore? May have to try to restart everything. I was having a bitch of a time restarting this stream up. It kept crashing. Teslon, can you hear me? Okay, not the game. Oh, that's fine. We don't have to have the game going at the moment, really. We'll restart everything in a minute. That's fine. I messed up. Sorry. Anyway. See, this is nice. Getting out. That's Tesla, and he's sitting right there. You know, I've been watching this guy on YouTube. He's an Aussie, and he has been clearing drains, you know, and he's a plumber. And oh, that's not true, Teslon. You stop that. You stop that right now. No self-deprivation in this cab. There's a bed back there and everything. You need to take yourself a nap, you go ahead. We got a mini fridge, it looks like there. Shit! Ooh, that was close. Yeah, things are going well. Things are going well. I hate that I cut the sound out. What? That's... Can't believe that. That's alright. I feel like we're making pretty good time on this harvester, though. Let's see here. It's a nice rainy day where I'm at. Nice rainy Saturday. Kids sleeping right now, taking a little nap. Ha. Nah. Yeah. That's actually back there. That's not even a. That's not an inflatable mattress. That there is a Sealy. So you know you're getting real comfort there. Meme away, Teslon. I go to you for my memes. I'm not good at memeing. Alright, I guess we should apply the brakes. Okay, brakes. Who needs them? Looks like we're doing alright. Ooh, we're almost there. I get it. I do get it. Now, should we just plow through this red light? No. That would be fun, though. Kind of like that. That was green. It was going to be green anyway. Whatever. Okay. This is where it gets tricky because I'm really bad at this part. Okay. We want the 90 XP, so we have to do this ourselves. In the red light district. My dad went to the red light district. My mom used to tell me about it when they went to Amsterdam. She's like, yeah, you can go to the red light district. And I was like, gross. Don't tell me about all this and your weird shit you guys do while on vacation in Amsterdam. I don't know though. If I was gonna like be with a hooker, you know, not that there's anything really wrong with it. It's just like, I don't know if I'd want my wife to be there with me. It feels like it would be one of those things that you just don't want. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do because I am really bad at this. I think this is really the best way to do it. I can't, look, I'm gonna say this. Amsterdam. I love ham. Okay, I can't do this backing up this way. There's literally no way I'm gonna do it. So to spare you the horror of that, we're gonna try it this way. Okay, we're doing all right here. Okay, so we go that way, go that way. Just slow and steady, right? We're gonna do this first time. Oh shit, are we? Okay, we got this. This is happening. Let's get in there. It's a tight fit. Meme that, Tesla. Okay. No, this is good. No, this is it. This is it right here. Right? Close to it anyway. T. That's how you do that. Excellent. Yeah, I can't see emotes, sorry. That deserves a drink. Okay. So, I can't decide. Tesla, help me out here. High value cargo, which rank 2 will give us 10% higher reward. Hazardous cargo, I guess, gets us... I really don't know. What does this even do? I guess that gives you just a different things, whatever. I don't know. What do you think? Which one should I do? I don't care about fuel economy. That's the last thing I'm going to care about. Because the reason is, whenever you're playing the game, this doesn't even matter until you get your own truck, because you'll have a preset amount of fuel for the quick trips that you take, so there's really no point. Not that I'm not green. I think we all know that I'm green. Okay. Alright. What about this? Just-in-time delivery. 3% higher reward. This is an experience bonus. Fragile cargo. 22% experience bonus. Let's do this one. This is it. We're doing that one. Okay, let's see if I can... I'm going to tell you this. I had a bitch of a time getting this stream set up. I can't believe I fucked up the sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reset the game. And it may take me like a little bit, because it may start crashing again. I'm going to try my best. We'll just be right back with this. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Tesla, I'll be right back. And if I'm not right back, you'll know this is why. Okay. Unlike normal, if I don't come back, it's not because I forgot to say goodbye. Okay. Okay. Hey, how about that? I think it worked. Okay, job market. So let's see. We didn't get a very good... Wish we could... Okay. Backhoe loader from Los Angeles to Fresno. Yeah, let's get that hoe. I'll ship that hoe. Okay. Tessalon, are you there? Are you there? Peterbilt! Let's see what we're hauling. Oh, good. You are there. Okay, this worked. Let's see what we're hauling there. Nice backhoe. Tessalon, you're full-sized in my heart. I don't know how to do the wipers. Let's press some buttons. P, O, L, L. Oh, you know what? Let's start her up first. Oh, they're already on. Okay. Get rid of that scale. I got rid of mine and I've never looked back. Okay. I don't like this around my neck. Let's put it around my neck. There we go. Alright, where are we going? We are taking a right. Get out of the way, asshole! Jesus. There's people, you can see I'm driving a truck. This asshole. Hey. Fuck you. You know what? This isn't what this is about. This isn't about aggressive driving and honking and flashing your brights at people. That's not what this is. This is about just taking a nice trip with some relaxing music with a buddy, you know? This is time to relax. It's raining just like it is at here, like it's raining outside right now. This is nice. We're gonna go from Los Angeles, we're gonna go to Fresno. You ever been to Fresno? Me neither. Let's stop and get some donuts though for the trip. Tess, I'm gonna stop here real quick. I like maple, and if they have any, coconut, if you don't mind. I'll wait here. Doot 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 doot. That does count, I think. I think that counts. Okay, we got donuts, coffee, and you got the cocaine, and that's, I think, what we need to be a trucker, if I'm not mistaken. And when we stop for gas or whatever, we'll get some beef jerky and some Fresca. Okay. And on our way, let's take a look at what we got here. Now this is fun. This is good here. You know, my grandfather owns a backhoe. I've driven one of these many, many times. Dug holes with them. I've bulldozed with them. I begged him to let me run through a mobile home on his property with the bulldozer part of it, but he didn't let me do that. But I've dug a pond with one of these things. They're really fun to use. Let's see if we can get this guy to slow the hell down. We're a bully. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to exit here. Yeah, we're gonna have to exit. Wait, are we? Do we exit? No, we don't exit there. We exit up here? Yeah. Okay. A little interchange up here is all. You got a real simple bucket list, you know? And I like that. I don't like a bucket list that's hard to accomplish, otherwise, you know, how are you gonna accomplish it? We don't need these windshield wipers on anymore. How do we do that? P? Yeah, it was P. Windshield wipers. I guess there's a P in that. Hey Tesla, you pass me one of them maple donuts? Delish. Yeah, park and wipe. What a nice day to do this. I mean, the rain's clearing up. We're getting out of LA for once. I don't know. For my first truck, I have to have at least like, I think it's like 130,000, and we're not there yet. It's gonna be a little bit of time, but I mean, I can't decide. You know, these Peterbilts built in Denton, Texas, mind you, they're nice, but I don't know. I don't know which kind of truck I want to get. I do like the color of this one, though. I have to say, this is a pretty blue. This was the color of my first car. When I was 16, I had a Mustang, and it was this color. I really loved that car. And then I sold it to my cousin for like 500 bucks or something, and then he crashed it. I took such good care of that car. I really did. But you do that when you're 16. You just take really good care of the car because, you know, it's a thing, and you had the time. I certainly had the time between working at Kroger part-time and not doing homework or doing any extracurriculars. I certainly had time to wax the car. God, those were the days. Peterbilt the wipers? Wait, is this the music or is this a noise my truck is making? I'll say some of this music is god-awful. This is that streaming station on YouTube that that's like chill, relax, study to beats and shit. It's the one with the girl in space and the spaceship. She's playing a video game and her titties are all like zero gravity. Some of this stuff is just a little too anime for myself. Not that there's anything wrong with anime or people that watch anime. I just don't watch a lot of it, and I never have. But I really liked Shin-Chan. Ooh, boy, did I like Shin-Chan. The Americanized version, I guess. Fun fact about that, in my last house that I lived in, I was literally half a mile from Funimation Studios in Flower Mound, where they dubbed Shin-Chan, among all the other stuff that comes here dubbed. Isn't that interesting? I guess. It feels good to get out of the house. You know? Is there a way to roll the windows down? Yes, there is. We'll ride on the top. With the drone that follows the truck. I'm sure that it took a fair amount of effort to dub because I don't think that what they dubbed it with was anywhere remotely close to what the original episodes were about. It says a third of these jokes were Japanese pop culture references, like 2/3 had to be rewritten. Yeah, I could see that. You know what I liked about Shin-Chan though was, I guess it was the jokes and the writing and stuff. That was funny. But I also just found some kind of interest in the drawing of that prefect of Japan. Just the daily life of another kind of thing, you know, outside of my own. I find the daily life of other countries and cultures really interesting. You know, that's why I liked Hot Fuzz. Did you ever watch that movie? It's one of my favorite movies. And I like the town Wells in Somerset in England is a real place, and that they filmed at, and that town is just as idyllic and pretty as it is in that movie. And I just liked seeing, yeah, slice of life stuff. Yeah, exactly. I just really like that kind of thing. I think it's really interesting. You know, I don't think where I live is that interesting. I don't think that other people would find it interesting that this is what it's like here in, you know, Dallas, Texas. It doesn't feel like it's that interesting here. Maybe it is. But even if you go to, I don't know, anywhere else seems interesting when you're not from there, I guess. Something to really think about there, isn't it? certainly is. Okay. So we're out of donuts, I see. That's okay. We'll stop at the next donut stand we see. Yeah, I guess you're right, Tesla. I mean, in America, I think people that aren't from here don't realize how spread out and far away everything is from each other. Like, driving from Texas to Texas is sometimes a 12-hour drive, and it doesn't really feel that different. And then you get to, like, Louisiana, maybe, and then it's like, that's a little different, but it's still the same Cracker Barrel and goddamn Shoney's. It's everywhere. You know? That's the thing, man. I want to go somewhere where it doesn't feel like the same place. And that's the problem with America. I've been to a lot of places in America, but it always almost feels like the same fucking place that you go. There's very few places that are just like, oh, okay, this is a little different. It's all the fucking same. It's the same mini mall shit everywhere. It's the same fucking nail salon next to the same, you know, Schlotsky's or whatever. I mean, sure, there's regional restaurant differences, but even then, only a little bit. Like, for example, you know we don't have here? White Castle. I would love to have a White Castle here. I love those little burgers. But y'all don't have Whataburger up there. And I'm sure you'd love to get yourself some Whataburger. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Seeing you were in college, I used to take a longer route to drive over to this one bridge that was really interesting. I saw that bridge every day. I agree. See, that's what you gotta do with life. You have to find some stuff that you find interesting. Fuck everyone else if they don't feel like that's something important, because to you it is important. That's the only thing worth living for, is finding the interesting things in life. I mean, if we're being honest here. Drove over a bridge that was white and blue and looked like it was a ramp into SeaWorld. See, you live in, I believe, in the Pennsylvania area, right? Somewhere around there. Your area of the country is somewhat older, and therefore your area has a lot of architectural, like, coolness to it, whereas my area is somewhat newish. And I mean, we're talking new as in, you know, obviously there's some old to Dallas and everything, but most of the stuff here is new, which is fine, but it's not interesting. I mean, it's just not. You know, I would rather go to an old stadium somewhere and see something like that than see these new stadiums. Like, for example, our Rangers, the Texas Rangers, are just building a new stadium, and it's ugly as fuck. It's all glass. It's like modern. It's got a retractable roof. It's all blah blah. It's fine. Whatever. $1 billion later. But I would much rather just go to like Fenway or go to Yankee Stadium or whatever it is in Philly. I don't know. I don't follow sports. But point being is that I would prefer at this point to see some architecture, some culture. I want to see some fucking gargoyles on the side of a building pouring water out, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Older brick houses where you live, cookie cutter style. Yeah, I hate cookie cutter shit. Garages and overhangs, yeah. They'll put a wooden garage on a house and then they'll say like, it's very, very unique. It's not unique. It's in a subdivision that was made 20 years ago where every house you had the option of buying, well, this is model 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's not interesting. I agree with you on that. And that's what a lot of DFW is like. That's why it's not interesting to live here. Everything, I mean, there are pockets, sure, that have some old houses and some things that have been maintained, but for the most part, it's, you know, I'm just wanting some interesting things to look at. And that's why we're out on this road trip today. You know, we're right over a curb. Boom. This is great. This is great. Yeah, that's what they do here. There's so much land in this area. I mean, we don't have to build up. We can build out as much as we want. And so these developers will buy huge tracts of land, enormous ones, mazes of these monstrosities of subdivisions that you can get lost in. They're just miles of roads. Excuse me, miles of roads. And, you know, I don't know. But then you look at what's going on right now with all this virus shit, and you kind of think to yourself, well, it's kind of nice that we're not stacked up on each other, because if you look at places like New York and the East Coast where that's happening, ooh, you know? Okay, but that's not what this is about. Right now, this is about parking. And we're gonna park this thing. So, okay, so this is an easy park. Easy park job. Now, Tesla, I did live in Florida, and you're absolutely right about that. And I keep telling my wife I want to move back to Florida, but then I keep hearing about the politics of Florida recently, and I'm like, I might not want to move back to Florida right now. But it's beautiful. I mean, it is seriously beautiful there, and anyone who says otherwise, well, you know, they just don't know what they're talking about. The tropics are wonderful. Living near the ocean, seafood, boats, beach, citrus. You can do whatever you want. Look at that. Did you see that shit? That was about as good as it gets. The people are the problem in Florida, and that's absolutely true. Okay.
I'm about to show you that I'm not like the rest.
So you'd have like a I think they call that like a not a compound. What do cults call themselves? Maybe it starts with a C. Covenant? No. It's not a community. Commune. That's what it is. A commune. You're gonna make a commune. Okay, so 15% higher reward, high value cargo. So we want experience bonuses here. So let's get this one, just in time delivery. Yeah. Okay, so where are we at? We're at 37. We're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe I'll retire in Florida, you know. There's still plenty of roads to build here in Texas that I can get behind. Alright. Ooh, that's a good one. 83. So where are we going? Yuma, Arizona. So we're gonna cross the border on this one. Yeah, let's take this job. Frack tank. Oh, well, okay. I guess this is fine. Hey, look, we're not really delivering a frack tank, are we? No, I don't think we are. I don't want to really deliver frack tanks. I guess it's my job. I have to deliver what I have to deliver. You know, that's the thing about being a trucker. I don't get to choose my loads. But, you know, as long as we have to go by a way station, I would hate to, you know, I had a friend, one of the other class acts, Saint was like, well, you have to pull into the way stations. I was like, well, why? I don't want to do that because I'm like, you know, cool as shit and I don't follow the rules. He's like, well, what if you're hauling, you know, what if you're hauling people and you just don't know it? And I was like, oh shit, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'd be a monster. I'd be, you know? So I have to stop at the way stations, Tesla. I hope you don't mind. The new SimCity, I remember of it back whenever I didn't play it because I didn't want to support that game after I saw what they had done to my beloved SimCity. there was some sort of like zoning problem that they had and road construction problem that they had where they basically made it into a like iPad game, I guess, and I didn't enjoy that. I don't remember what the exact problem was, but I remember like shortly after that, what happened was that Cities Skylines came out and I totally forgot about the SimCity. But I as a kid, I played SimCity so much. In fact, I've got both of my boxes for my old PC DOS games. They're up on my shelf over there. But yeah, Forced Online. That's right. I remember that now. When EA bought, well, I guess EA did buy Maxis. I don't remember when they did it, but it seems like they were the reason that everything just went really poorly after that, like most things that they buy. I'm surprised Bethesda isn't owned by EA at this point. They canceled QuakeCon this year. I had been to that a lot. I went to a lot of QuakeCons, but since Bethesda bought id, I'm just not super into it. Hey, hold on. Tessalon, can you please hop in there real quick, get some beef jerky, some no-dos, and a bunch of drinks and shit like that? You don't mind? I'll just wait here for a second. Look around, see what we got. Chinese takeout. No, let's stick with the junk food, alright? Hey, a bed. This is a pretty nice truck. It's a pretty nice truck. Kenworth? Okay. Alright, you're back. That did not take... Donuts. Hey, I'm gonna hop out real quick and go get some donuts. Pretend I hopped out and went and got more donuts. Oh my god, we got so much junk food for this trip. This is great. Alright. Hey. Motel. Hey, say hi to the hookers. Yeah, I'm going hard in the RP. Well, what do you do? What do you do? You gotta put your mind elsewhere, you know? Yeah, it does. It really does have me at this point. I've been quarantined for what, 3 weeks at this point. Erin's about to have the baby. I'm about to have a daughter like any minute. She could go at any minute. She could be in labor right now and I just don't know it yet. So I've been quarantined, ultra quarantined. I mean, I've literally gone to the grocery store like once and then I got home and sanitized my clothes and I took a shower and all that shit, wiped down everything, and like I'm not taking any chances with this shit. And I'm kind of like a little bit of a germaphobe anyway, so this is like a goddamn nightmare scenario for me. Whoa, nightmare scenario for me. So I'm just looking to try to get out of my own life for just a minute. Well, Tessalon, it was fun. Thanks for hanging out. I'll probably finish this drive and then I'll probably call this an episode. This was fun. I hope you stop by the next time I'm doing it. I'll just have to keep talking about something here. We have a Discord? Yeah, I don't know anything about it because we never use it. We always just use TeamSpeak. But I'll ask the guys about the Discord because I don't think that I'm the one that set it up or anything. I have no idea anything. I've opened it like twice. Yeah. It's probably the same info, I would imagine. I don't think we've changed anything. If you feel like stopping in, I'm sure nobody would mind at all. Alright. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, Tessalon. Thanks for stopping by. too hard on yourself. You're too hard on yourself, Tessalon. We've known you for years. At this point, that's pretty crazy to think about. Sure thing, man. We will do that. I'm sure I can set it up. I'm kind of like a computer guy a little bit, so, you know, shouldn't be a big deal or anything.
She died when I was 8. She crawled underneath the porch.
I remember old Tessalon and me, man, playing Subnautica. Ooh, I couldn't have done that game without Tessalon. That was making me nervous. I was having sweaty palms. That game, I loved that game. That's one of my all-time favorite games. It really is awesome. Like, and just it's so creepy. It is a creepy game. Look at this, driving on the shoulder. Pass all of y'all. I haven't played the, you know what, Tessalon? Hey, I haven't played the DLC yet because I was waiting for it to go out of beta or whatever. I wanted to get the full version of it, and I didn't want to play while they were still making it. So I've been waiting patiently, I would say, for them to be done with it and release the full version. And when I do, you can be sure that I will be streaming that. That is a definite yes to that one. Get out of the way. Man, we're doing well. We are just making great time because I don't pay no man, no never mind. See you later, Tessalon. Have a good one. Alright, so now I gotta think of some other things to talk about. Well, that's alright. We'll get out on the road here and it'll just come to us, you know? I don't think we've crossed into Arizona yet. Hey, look at this guy. Hey, fuck you, pig! Where is it? Yeah, why don't you go pull over somebody else? Oh man. Oof. This is good. I like driving on the shoulder because it's like my own personal lane. With a fire truck, that's kind of neat. I've never seen one of those on the road. I need to play this game more. You know what's crazy? You know what the top rated game on Steam was that I saw? Euro Truck Sim. Isn't that crazy? This is one of the top rated games on Steam. Well, maybe not this one, but the other one, which I also have. But that's nuts. And it's like Stardew Valley, this, and Game Dev Tycoon are like the top 3. And I've got all of them, and they're all fantastic. It's just... what the hell? Oh, way station. Oh shit, I missed the way station! You know what? I'm not doing it. I know what I said earlier. I'm fairly confident that there's nobody in this thing. I mean, I guess there could be. But what are they gonna do? Pull me over? I'd love to see them try. You ever just have that moment where you're driving a big truck and you're like, you have somebody on this, say we're over here, right? Yeah, say we're like right here, and then somebody's over there, and you're just like, what are you doing riding parallel to me? And as you approach a bridge with no rail, you just gradually start doing that, and then it forces them off of the bridge as they come up on it. Much like this, if there was no guardrail, you just force them right off the edge. You ever do that? You know, that's the thing. I was role playing earlier, and the reason is because this quarantine's got me down a little bit. I gotta be honest. I'm to a point to where I'm starting to go a little batty. You know, I'm very, very lucky, I might add, in the sense that I am able to work from home. What a blessing that is. I mean, I'm not going to be one of these people that bitches about, oh, I gotta work from home. That is bullshit. Oh, get the fuck out of the way. And, you know, I mean, I'm just not going to be one of those people. But I will say, aside from that, let me go back to that for a second. I really am very, very, very fortunate. I mean, I look at these numbers sometimes. I try to stay away from the news these days because it's doom and gloom. It is just doom and gloom. But, you know, you got to look at the uplifting parts of it. And the uplifting parts of it, you know, is the whole world's working together. That's insane that the whole world is working together, and I love that, and it makes me so happy to see that, you know. And I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones. I am one of the lucky ones. And but it makes it to where it's even hard to say the thing I'm about to say, which is quarantine got you down a little. You know, it sucks for everybody, and everyone's mental health too. We're all so used to being social creatures and going out and doing things and seeing people, and even if we're not friends or we don't know these people, it's just being out with other people, just the general community aspect. Even if you see somebody you don't really want to be around, at least you have something to talk about later. You know, saw this guy at the store. It's such a weird place we're in right now. I'm absolutely hating it, but, you know, part of it is, you know, you get kind of cabin fevery, and so I think doing this kind of thing and accepting a little bit of role playing in your gaming life is a good thing. It really helps you get out of your own head for just, I don't know, 30 minutes or so a day, you know. If you have the means, I highly suggest doing some VR meditation or even some non-VR meditation. I think is a really good thing. It helps you get out of that rut we can all get into. And that's all I got to say about that. But he was right. Tesla was right. I do like having donuts in the road trip. I mean, you know what's kind of nice about a donut? Obviously, the best part is whenever they're fresh, right? We all know that. Like a hot donut, like I'm talking ultra fresh, right off the line, like a Krispy Kreme hot donut. You know, that's decadent. But you know, aside from that, whenever you have them in a road trip scenario, what I like to do is let a couple of them get a little stale. You know, maybe 10 hours later or something, you come back into the car, maybe even the next day even is fine, and they're a little bit stale. You just got some fresh milk. It's like, you know what, this isn't so bad. I got this stale donut. Sometimes it's almost better than what you had in the first place. I don't know what that is. You know, I was talking to my wife about this kind of thing, and she doesn't understand the way guys eat sometimes. I think the way that guys eat sometimes is a little strange too, honestly, if I'm being honest with myself. We'll eat old things. Things as pizza that has been sitting out all night. The next day you come in, you just fucking grab it and go. You know, there's no heating it up, there's no anything. Sometimes you just eat it, you know. And I'm not talking about cold pizza in the fridge. I'm talking about you forgot to put it up and it's been left out and it is a little hard and a little. Sometimes you just get that and you have a soda or like even some water. You just, you know, hey, you just do your thing, man. It's with that with anything. You know, I was using pizza, but I mean, hell, I've done it with a lot of things. And she says it's the same concept as eating out of the trash. I don't know about that though. I think it's probably a little better than that. But you know, some of this food, I mean, it's so loaded with preservatives. It's not going to kill you if it's a little whatever. I mean, hey, sometimes you just want an easy meal, you know. And I say meal. But sometimes you just want something easy, and you don't want it to be cereal, you know? Oh my gosh, is this what Yuma looks like? I was bitching about DFW, God. Fuck. Arizona sucks. Okay. Let's go! Go! Oh, it's red. Hey, I found out how to turn on my blinker. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks like a blinker. Here we go. Okay, we're almost to our destination. Alright. So it looks like... Ooh, weed store. Gotta make a stop. Ooh, that was close. I see us. This guy again. Come on, buddy. Almost there. I wonder where they're gonna make us park. It's probably some... Ooh, a rail export. So we're literally putting this thing on a train. Okay. Where do you need it? Oh, this one? Shit. I hate this one. How do we do this? Okay, you know what? I know how we're gonna do this. I know how we're gonna do this. This is gonna be fine. This'll be fine. Okay. So let's try to swing it around. No, wrong way. Okay. Come on. Wrong way. That's fine though. We're gonna get this is gonna work just fine. Okay. Let's just keep going. We'll spin her around. Spin this baby around. Spin her around. Come on, spin her around. Spin her around. Spin that guy. Come on, spin it. Spin it. Spin it. Come on, we got you. That's right. That's what we want, just like that. Spin it. Spin it. Spin it. Okay. Right, we got this. This is fine. I have to keep telling myself that because positive reinforcement is amazing. It's amazing what that kind of reinforcement can do for yourself. Okay, this is going to be a tight fit here. Let's see if we can delicately move this past here, and if we can... Oh shit, look at this. Real close, okay. Oh man, I can't believe this. Are we gonna get it first try? No way, no way. Wow, look at that. See, that's that positive reinforcement. T. Hell yeah. Yeah. Whoa, newbie. All right. Hey, we doubled our money pretty much, it looks like. So that's a good place to stop. We're gonna get a new truck. It's gonna take a little bit, but we're gonna get a new truck. And you know, I could do the thing where I just take a loan out, but I don't want to pay the loan back. So I think what I'm gonna do is just save the money up, you know? I can do these jobs for a little bit, and once we get a new truck, then we get to start upgrading our garage, and then we get to just take higher value cargo because we can do longer trips. This opens up many possibilities, so we'll get there. Thanks for joining me on my drive today. You guys take it easy and stay safe, and I will see you the next time I drive.